Good morning, it's Nico from The Authentic Desire, and in this video I'll explain to you the difference between a surviving and a thriving successful entrepreneur. Now let's define success for a moment. It's not the kind of success that I am talking about generally, but let's say you have a business and you can live pretty comfortable. Now you have two kinds of people that can live comfortable, that have their business, that have impact on the world, that earn enough money to have a comfortable life. There's one difference. The difference lies in how you achieve that. How can you get your business thriving? Get your business thriving. Because to me there's a big difference in between somebody that has the business thriving but is suffering themselves, and somebody that has a business thriving and has their own thriving life. And I'll explain to you the difference. So I want you to ask yourself, do you sometimes think, is this all there is? Because a lot of us, we started in the corporate world, and at a certain moment we had enough of it. We wanted a more fulfilling life. We want to have more self-reliance, independence, and we want to make the world a better place. Now, but what very often happens in the process is that we have those immense goals, and that is why I want to work with people like you, people that have those high goals, that dare to dream big. But in a moment, they notice, in a certain moment they notice, oh man, I'm not enjoying my life. I worked so many times, I almost work around the clock. I work 10, 11, 12, sometimes 15 hours a day to get to my goals, to create that. I grind, I push, I force myself into a continuous state of action. That there is very little time to enjoy the process. There's very little time to enjoy the people that I love. There's very little time to, enjoy my life. And so while in the beginning, when everything is exciting, you really can enjoy your work, and even if your work is completely in line with your values, in line with what you do, sometimes when you push your heart, when you grind, that pleasure will evaporate. Why? Your body gets exhausted, overstimulated. And so what happens is that when we have this overworked system, we will start to make little mistakes. And when we start to make little mistakes, we will start to lose money and lose opportunities. And we feel that our success starts sliding. And what happens then? Then we start to focus even more on our business, start to grind even more. And so then, while other people are connecting and having fun, are recharging their bodies to take on the world, we are there on our little computer. Which is of course not the best thing, it can create a lot of loneliness. And one of the best ways to recharge your system, one of the best ways to calm down your system is in your connections with other people and in your connections with yourself. But if you're stuck in the grind, in your mind, in always working and worrying about your business all the time, well then you have a problem. Because when you are in this state, in the grind, in the push, in the I have to have it right now, you will be in such a mental state that you cannot let go of your thoughts. You're there, working on your computer all the time, or you're grinding it in another way. And so then finally, when your body is too exhausted, when you can't focus anymore, even when the coffee does not help anymore, you have to go to bed. But then you're like awake in your bed. And I know it's not the best artistic thing, but you see here a little guy that's lying in bed with his eyes open, watching at the ceiling and thinking, is this all there is? Is this it? Is this the entrepreneurial dream that I dreamed for so long? And then the only way in which a lot of us can relax is by drinking alcohol, taking pills to calm our system down, to make us feel a bit better. Other people, they put a line and roll up their little banknote that they work very hard to earn, and sniff it all inside to feel good for a moment. Or even to perform better because they're so exhausted, and then they take drugs to make them feel better, to make them feel they can own the world. Now the problem is of course that this is unworkable in the long run, that this will tax your body more, and that this will create a whole lot of other problems in your relationships with other people, in your performance, and what is more, according to your health. But I hear you say, man, I don't do all those things. I'm very conscious about my health. I'm looking at my diet. I'm working out a lot. But for those people that are much more health conscious while being an entrepreneur, they have another problem. A lot of us then work out like a maniac, because in that moment we have such an endorphin rush by pushing it hard, going harder and harder and harder, pushing our boundaries there, that in the moment we can finally sleep. And this is not bad at itself. The problem is if you have already an overworked system and then start to stress it even more by working out like a maniac, in the long run you pushing your body even more towards complete exhaustion, towards burnout, towards the fact that you lose it out. Now, why do we do this? Why do we get the tendency to push very hard? Well, that's because we have the gaping hole. And the gaping hole is what I call, it's like a black hole. And it's a black hole that whatever success we have in business, in relationships, in fulfillment, in having an impact in the world, all we put in will flow right back out and will get down. Why? Because this gaping hole is anxiety. It's a lack of trust that we will handle if things goes wrong. It's a lack of trust in the outside world. It is anxiety that when we're really performing highly, that we have the chance, the risk to losing it all. And that is so frightening, that we will feel that we're surviving, that we feel we cannot allow ourselves to relax a bit, because then we fear that we will lose it all, because we won't want to be such of a woo-woo guy that just thinks, oh, I will manifest my life, I want to manifest my business up to all levels. No, 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 we don't want to do that. We are going to grind, we're going to show the world how much of a boss we are. And I can say I did this many times. I did this in fighting, in which I pushed my body so much that my eyes got torn 3 times. I had like 6 surgeries on my eyes just because I did not give my body enough time to recuperate, to rest. And even if I was training and working out like a boss, after a time I started losing. Why? Because I was overworking my entire neurology. But not only in athletics is this is the case. You can also see it in business. When you keep on pushing, you will start to make more and more mistakes. And what happens then? You're going to lose some money, you're going to feel you're sliding, and then we're going to work even harder, which of course makes even more mistakes, which creates a tunnel vision, so we don't see the opportunities around, don't see the possibilities, and we try to control, and when we try to use our conscious brain to focus on everything, we, set ourselves up for failure. And we are surviving, and we create this self-fulfilling prophecy that we will lose it all. And when we then do that in this way, when we try to get to our goals in this way, burdened by self-limiting thoughts, burdened by the self-doubts, burdened by fear, we are assured that we will not live up to our potential and keep on staying in an unfulfilling survival mode, where no matter how hard we work, no matter how much money we earn, no matter how much impact we have on the world, inside we are not fulfilled. We are not fulfilled because we are pouring water into a bucket that leaks. So tomorrow I will explain to you where this anxiety comes from for most of us. And if you're interested in knowing how you can put a stop on this gaping hole, stay tuned, because tomorrow I'll explain to you the keys to stopping this, gaping hole. So see you tomorrow.